Now joined by the writer and star of David Brent, Life on the Road, Ricky Gervais. Ricky, it's been 13 years since David Brent's been... Well, he's been off screen for 13 years. What made you decide to bring him back?
Well, it was a sort of gradual process, really. I did a little sketch for Comic Relief for the 10-year anniversary, and I had to think about what he'd be doing now, and I made him a rep, and he was sort of trying to be the local Simon Cowell. He was still on the periphery of fame, and he wormed his way back into, made his own song, which was Equality Street. And I realised I had quite a few songs. I wrote a few songs for The Office, and I had Equality Street, and I wrote a couple more, and I had 1.5 that we didn't use. And I just thought it'd be a laugh to do a gig. I bumped into Andy Burroughs from Razorlight, and I said, I was thinking of putting a band together to do... He went, I'm in. I think the first gig we played the Bloomsbury Theatre, which is only 500 capacity, and it sold out straight away, and there are 110,000 ticket requests. So I'm thinking, hold on, though, why would David Brent have this amazing band? So I built into the narrative that he was paying for them. They're session guys, and he was going, I'm not making money out of this gig. And so that's when the idea came for the film, and I thought, that's exactly what he'd be doing. And he's cashing in his pensions, and he wants to be famous, because everyone wants to be famous now, and he thinks he can sort of buy his way into, rock and roll.
So from that starting point to actually almost starting the film, how long's the process?
Well, I suppose once I had the initial idea, I ran it by a couple of people, and one of which was the BBC, and they said, we'll have it. And then I started thinking about it seriously. So I suppose it was very quick, maybe 6 months writing the script, but you're doing other stuff as well. I don't get up at 8 o'clock. My girlfriend's a novelist, and she gets up and she does 1,000 words every day before she can do anything else. Whereas I'm doing... There's a lot of admin. Do you know what I mean? In my day, and I only work sort of like 11 till 3. So it took about 6 months with other stuff, and then the filming was quick, because you've done all the groundwork.
How easy was it to get back in the mindset
very easy.
of David Brent?
I've had him for 20 years. I had him before The Office, and it's very easy. The exciting thing about doing it now was the world's changed enough. It wasn't like doing it straight away, and it was sort of the same. He's the same sort of person. Well, as same as you can be when you're 55. He was 39 in The Office, and he was the boss, and now he's not the boss, and the world's changed. It's a harsher world for him, because we've had The Apprentice since then, where people got on it by saying, I would destroy anyone who stands in my way. And he's in a room full of those people, these ruthless sort of reps, and he's almost bullied. So it's a bit sadder. I mean, it's still funny. I mean, The Office was quite sad, but it's sadder because he's my age. He always was, but my age is sadder now.
That is the twist, though, isn't it? Because, like, when I would see it, there's like, now he's not the boss. You all really were that, and there is a little bit more of a kind of we go, oh.
Well, I think you feel a bit sorry for him because of that, and he's not the boss, and he's struggling, and you hear about what he went through after The Office and all that. But I think the main thing is you realise that he's not such a bad person relative to everyone else in the world now. Do you know what I mean? You only have to watch, like, Celebrity Big Brother, and it's like a zoo.
Yeah.
They're just running around rutting. People get rewarded for bad behaviour these days.
The rise of the narcissist, isn't it?
And
it's about me,
yeah.
it's about me.
And I'll do anything to be famous.
Yeah.
Good or bad, it's all
I'm
good.
brilliant.
I can write about it. You know, it's... So he sort of can't compete with that, because he's sort of quite old-fashioned, and, And The Office came out of watching those quaint docu-soaps, when an ordinary person got his 15 minutes and that was it.
What was the bloke who did the double glazing? That was
he was brilliant.
I can't remember what
Coventry, what were they called?
Oh, that was the best thing ever.
Not Ted Moult.
No, not Ted Moult. He did. There was a documentary, and I used to watch it thinking, I'm not sure it's real or not, but it was real. He was like that. Is this the beginning of new David Brent, or because there's lots more to come now, isn't there? Is there?
I don't know. I mean, this will be like a year. We do this, promote it here, and then the rest of the world, and he's got an album out and he's got a songbook out. So I don't know. Never say never, but I think this might be the last big outing for him.
You wouldn't fancy writing another TV show?
I don't know if I should, and I just think The Office was like 2 series and a special. All in all, with this film, we've only had 9 hours of David Brent. That's all. And I think that's the secret to it, really.
The Office in America, which is...
Oh, that's not even half a series. They did 300 episodes. Good luck to them.
Franchise.
Good luck to them. I'm glad they did. But Yeah, it's funny because it's true.
Well, you said you've written some of these songs before the movie. What is in your head that you sit down and think, right, I'm going to write a song for David Brent today?
I think that he wants to be a rock star. He doesn't want to go on, X Factor and Britain's Got Talent. He wants to do it the Bruce Springsteen way. He wants to write credible songs and he wants to be loved. So he picks on subjects. Like one's called Native American. And he thinks he's solving the problem of the native, like the first one to even bring it up. But he's then accidentally insulting. He brings up scalping, which he's seen on a Western, probably. So, things like Free Love Freeway. It's a cracking tune. But it's about crossing America, picking up chicks. And when you realise it's being sung by a 55-year-old tampon rep who's never been to America, it's the backstory that's funny. The songs aren't comedy songs like Monty Python or something. They're the best David Brent could do, and he means it 100%.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is you wrote this before you even thought about doing the film, the songs. So
yeah.
You'd sent one to Bowie, hadn't you?
I did, yeah. I sent the demo of Slough to Bowie, yeah. And he sent back, perfect. In fact, I'd like to see a whole album of...
But you're doing more gigs, though, aren't you? The band are going on the road, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, we're milking it. Oh, yeah. No, we are. We love it. I mean, joking aside, even though it's ironic and it's a fictional character, it's amazing fun to be with this band, in a Hammersmith Apollo or something. It's great fun. But I do stress every time, this is David Brent. This isn't my band. when I bring out the album, Ricky Gervais sings the classics, Shoot Me. That's when it's really... That's when I've become David Brent. But no, I do like the fictional world spilling into the real world. Like, if this is a real documentary, he would be doing this.
Yeah.
He would bring out the song, but he would, So that's what's funny that,
How are you looking for the audience to react, though? Because obviously there's funny things in the songs. You want them to laugh, but...
Well, in real life,
yeah.
Obviously they love it. They get the joke. They're in on it. It's a bit of theatre. There's almost a fourth wall. Like, David Brent can't hear the cheers. He just says his things and he gets on with it, and he thinks there's nothing funny about it. And I use the band to sort of shake their head and ignore me, and so it's a bit of theatre, really. If you buy the album and the songbook, I mean, they're real songs, I guess, and it's a real album, but it's a fictional character,
How's this album going to do? When is it actually released now?
I don't know, but it sort of doesn't matter. It's a sort of gag anyway. I'd love people to buy it. I'd love it to do well, for obvious reasons. even though Brent is a fictional character, I look after his bank account. So we pull all our... No, it is good. I'm really proud of it. It's lovely. It's a double vinyl, and vinyl's back, and it's his dream. And as a failed rock star, I love the idea of having this album, but I must stress, this isn't me thinking that I'm a cool rock star.
Well, we've actually got a gift for David, but obviously not for you, Ricky, when you play with it, because we do have our own plectrums, obviously, for him to use.
Great.
So
really
lots of C6 Steve and Blair, they've all got them.
They are... everyone's got those.
If you'd like to pass it on to David, obviously not to Ricky Gervais.
I will, no, I'll give him to David,
You said Blur have got them?
Yeah.
Really? Oh, yeah.
Alex James has got them.
So have the Beatles. And the Rolling Stones.
Alex James has got them.
Yeah, but he's Alex... OK. All right, thanks, Ricky.